game of my Super Mario Brothers 40th Anniversary Special, in which we're still on the Nintendo Wii U. And this time around, it's time to play Jeopardy! So without further ado, let's see how it goes.
This is Jeopardy! Please welcome our contestants. Player one. Player two. Player three. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. Let's take you right now into the Jeopardy round. Clues are worth $200 to $1,000 in these categories. The short form: religion. In the bookstore: state borders, top 40 hitmakers, and an organic category.
You know what that means?
Player one: Fever 1793 depicts a teen's struggle during the 1793 epidemic of this colorful fever in Philadelphia. Okay, player one.
What is scarlet fever?
Sorry, that's wrong. Any other takers? It's player three.
Don't think so.
No, sorry. Anyone else? It's player two. That's correct. A lot of clues, a lot of categories. Player two. Ahab's wife tells a whale of a tale about a character mentioned briefly in this classic novel.
What is Moby Dick?
Player one? Yes. Great, you're back into it now. Hope Was Here is a book about a teen waitress at the Welcome Stairways Diner in this dairy state.
What is Wisconsin?
Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Select again. Take a bite out of The Vampire Armand, the sixth book in her Vampire Chronicles. Okay, player one.
Who is Anne Rice?
Correct. Player one. A secret code called New Shoe is pivotal to the plot of Snowflower and the Secret Fan, set in this country. Yes, player one.
What is China?
Right. You get to pick again, player one. A dialysis machine is also called an artificial one of these organs.
What is a kidney?
Okay, player one. That is correct. Alveoli are tiny sacs clustered like grapes in these organs.
What are the lungs?
It's player one. Right you are. Though this organ has no known use, it can harm you if it ruptures, creating the risk of peritonitis.
What is the appendix?
Okay, player one. Good for you. The hepatic duct carries bile from the liver to this organ for storage.
What is the gallbladder?
Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Player one. The islets of Langerhans aren't a vacation spot, but a group of cells in this organ.
What is the pancreas?
Yes, player one. Right. Player one, back to you. As part of Catholic baptism, this word doesn't mean time at the gym, but the casting out of demons.
What is exorcism?
Let's hear it, player one. Correct. Autobiography of a Yogi was a popular book by this religion's first missionary to settle in the U.S. Let's hear it, player one.
What is Hinduism?
Right. The church founded by Mary Baker Eddy in 1879 was formerly called the Church of Christ This.
What is Christian Science?
Okay, player one.
Scientist?
Right you are. It's the Daily Double. And you're in the lead now, player one. Please, and the clue. At a deer park, Buddha taught the path of this many parts, part of the Four Noble Truths.
What is A?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go.
Yay.
Player one. And I'll hand it off to Jimmy.
The nave, the central part of a cruciform church, ends in this recessed area that is usually vaulted.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is the apse?
That is correct. Select bench presses build up the pecs, short for these.
What are the pectorals?
Yes, player one. That is correct. The Random House Historical Dictionary of American Slang has an 1896 citation of diff, D-I-F-F, as short for this. Let's hear it, player one.
What is difference?
Correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Rad, meaning excellent, was truncated from this.
What is radical?
It's player one. Correct. The Cosmo Girl doesn't just look good, she can have a convo, short for this.
What is conversation?
Player one.
Yeah!
Correct. Select again. One of the perks of my job is knowing that perk, meaning a benefit, is short for this.
What is percolation?
It's player one.
No, perquisite. Try perquisite.
Yes. Player one. Of the Four Corners states, this is the southwestern one.
What is Arizona?
Okay, player one. Good. You probably know what's on North Dakota's southern border. On its western border is this state.
What is Montana?
Yes, player one. Correct. You'll find this state on Kansas's northern border.
What is Nebraska?
It's player one. That's correct. So Delaware's southern border is with this state.
What is Maryland?
Yes, player one. That's right. Way to go. It's the number of states that border the Gulf of Mexico.
Texas, Louisiana,
It's
Alabama,
player one.
Mississippi, Florida. What is 5?
That is correct.
Mississippi, Alabama, Florida.
Select again. 12:30. Young girls are coming to the canyon. And California Dreamin'.
Who are the mamas and the papas?
Player one. Correct.
Excuse me.
Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show. And Sweet Caroline.
Who's Neil Diamond?
Yes, player one. Good.
Yeah! Woo!
What would you say? And Crash Into Me. Player one.
Who is Dave Matthews Band?
You got it. You again. Saturday Night Special and woo, Free Bird. Yes, player one.
Who are Leonard Skinner?
You got it. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. Harry Truman and 25 or 6 to 4? Yes, player 1?
Who are Chicago?
Good for you.
$20,000 with the Jeopardy round.
The double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. We start the double Jeopardy categories with this one. Pop gals. What doesn't belong?
Good question.
Writers at rest.
Mm-hmm.
The deep blue sea. Math. And compound words.
Okay.
Where do we begin, player 3?
Math. Okay. Good.
The minuend is the first number in this simple operation.
What is subtraction?
Okay, player 1? Yes. Player no 1? Arguing with Euclid's fourth postulate. All right angles are this, meaning of equal measure in degrees.
What is equilateral?
Okay, player 1?
No. What is congruent? Congruent.
That's correct. The order of operations is irrelevant according to this property of both addition and multiplication. Let's hear it, player 1.
What is the associative property?
Good for you. Player 1, Newton and Leibniz share credit for developing the fundamental theorem of this branch of mathematics. Player 1?
What is calculus?
That's correct. It's the quantity x represents in the logarithmic equation log 10x equals 2. Okay, player 1?
What is 100?
That's right. Way to go.
Wow. Guess on that.
Please pick again, player 1. This aromatic herb of the genus Nepeta will drive your feline crazy.
What is catnip?
Let's hear it, player 1. Correct.
Let's stick with it.
Swallowtail, viceroy, and monarch are types of this insect.
What's a butterfly?
It's player 1. Correct.
Yeah! Woo!
Player 1. If you've gone this, you might have said something extreme or fallen from the Queen Mary.
What is overboard?
Player 1. You got it. Player 1. Looking for a needle in one of these is a metaphor for an impossible search.
What's a haystack?
Player 1. You are correct. In days of yore, women sometimes rode in this style, meaning both feet on the same flank of the horse.
What is side saddle?
Player 1. Correct.
Yeah! Woo!
You again, player 1. Heading southeast, the Yucatan Channel between Mexico and Cuba leads into this sea.
What is the Caribbean?
It's player 1.
Yeah!
Please. The Romans called it Mare Nostrum, our sea.
What is the Mediterranean?
It's player 1. Good for you. Astrakhan, Russia is found nearest the shores of this large sea, which is really a salt lake.
What is the Caspian Sea?
Yes, player 1? Yes. It's found on the southern end of the Suez Canal.
What is the Red Sea?
Player 1?
Yeah!
That is correct. That's it. One of the daily doubles. You are currently in the lead. And the clue. The Crimean Mountains contain prominent cliffs found on the northern coast of this sea.
What is the Black Sea?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player 1, back to you. The first 5 singles off her album, Teenage Dream, reached #1 on Billboard's Hot 100 list. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Taylor Swift?
Nope. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's the correct response. Katy Perry.
Oh, Katy Perry. Okay. I wasn't sure.
Player one. This Girl Like Me and Disturbia songstress was born in Barbados.
Who is Rihanna?
Yes, player one. That's it. It wasn't déjà vu when this member of Destiny's Child sang with Jay-Z on the song Déjà Vu.
Who is Beyonce?
Yes, player one.
Beyonce Knowles?
That's correct. So answer the other daily double. And you have the lead. And the clue. Fans go ape over this gal born Stephanie Germanotta, who hit #1 with Bad Romance.
Who's Lady Gaga?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go. Player in 2005, she topped the album charts with The Emancipation of Mimi. Okay, player one.
Who's Mariah Carey?
That's correct. Player one. Woodwinds, French horn, bassoon, oboe.
What is French horn?
Okay, player one. Right. Player one. Balkan countries, Albania, Latvia, Croatia.
What is Latvia?
Let's hear it, player one.
That's a Baltic country.
That's correct. Player one. U.S. Veeps, Charles Curtis, Charles Wellman, Charles Dawes.
Uh-oh.
Player one.
I'm gonna guess who was, Dawes. I don't know.
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
I don't have any idea.
We're talking about Wellman.
Oh, Wellman. Alright, I wasn't sure.
The Bible. Moabites, Luddites, Ephraimites. Yes, player one.
What are Ephraimites?
Nope. Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
With the amount of money I have right now, I'm not playing.
Here's what we wanted. Luddites.
Luddites. Okay.
Player one. British Prime Ministers. Palmerston, Chambers, Gladstone. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Chambers?
That's right. Way to go.
Yes.
Player one. Pick again. Her headstone at West Cemetery in Amherst says she was born December 10th, 1830. Called back May 15th, 1886. Yes, player one.
Who is Emily Dickinson?
Yep.
Yeah. Woo.
Player His one. Grave is marked Reverend Charles Lutwidge Dodson. Fell asleep January 14th, 1898, aged 65 years. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Charles Dickens?
No, that's not right. Any other takers? It's player two.
Not Mark Twain.
No. Any other takers? Yes, player three. Yes. Great, you're back into it now. Okay, let's get back into this. Player three, you make the next selection as we... Buried at the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery in Concord, Massachusetts, she died 2 days after her father, Bronson. Yes, player one.
Who was Concord, Massachusetts? Who is Louisa May Alcott?
Yes. Where this author of Metamorphosis rests at a Jewish cemetery in Prague beneath a tombstone inscribed in Hebrew. Let's hear it, player one.
Who is Franz Kafka?
That's correct. And the $2,000 clue? A little detective work in a Hampshire churchyard, and you'll find the grave of this patriot, physician, and man of letters. Player one?
Who is Arthur Conan Doyle?
Good. Oh, sorry. Player two, you will not be progressing to Final Jeopardy. Here's today's Final Jeopardy category. Literary characters. So, what's your wager? Here's the clue for you. This hero is the son of Ecgtheow and the grandson of Hrethel. Did you come up with the correct response?
You picked Beowulf.
With that correct response, you will gain...
$300,000. I'll see you all for the next game.
What did you say?
I said Beowulf.
With that correct response, you will gain... You've come out ahead as our champion, player one. Good game. Thank you so much for playing.